Then tithing is not only not about money, it's about the principle, and then it's about the purpose. Everybody say purpose. The purpose of the tithe, God set this tithe up so that it could support the ministry and the worship of the church and the people of God. You may remember that when Israel crossed over the Jordan River and came into the promised land for the first time, Joshua divided up the promised land and gave each tribe their own inheritance, gave each tribe their own territory. Each tribe had their own land except for one tribe. That was the tribe of the Levites. The Levites did not get an inheritance. They did not get a land. They did not get a geographical area because their responsibility was to take care of the temple, to take care of the sacrifice, and take care of the worship for all the people of Israel. And so God said, here's the deal. You got land, and I want everybody of all the other 11 tribes to take 10% of your increase every year, send that to Jerusalem, to the temple, so that the temple might be sufficiently taken care of. And so the Levites spent 100% of their time praying and doing their priestly functions and sacrificing, taking care of the temple on the tithes that were sent by the other tribe. And so this plan that God set up was a simple plan, but it'll work if you work it. It'll work if you work it. He designed the tithe so that all the people who belong to the nation of Israel and belong to the body of Christ would contribute that 10% so that there would be meat in the house of God. And so I realized, I don't know if anybody else realized it beside me, could you imagine what would happen to the church and through the church if everybody in the church confined to and followed this simple plan of God, 10%. We have more than 1,000 members. We have more than 1,000 members. If those 1,000 members followed God's plan, we would be able to pay off our mortgage in a year. Y'all didn't hear what I said. I said if everybody who belonged to Faith Ministries and claimed Faith Ministries as their church and claimed me as their pastor gave 10% of their income every single week or however they got paid, that we would be able to pay off the mortgage in a year. And then the next year we'd be able to build more resources and facilities for our young people and our children. And the next year we could provide more expanded ministry. And the next year we could have more mission to be able to do in the community the things that people say the church ain't doing nothing. But if the church would follow God's simple plan of giving that 10%, not just the deacons, not just the preachers, not just the people on fixed income, because they serious, y'all. But I'm talking about people who God has blessed. I'm talking about people who God has blessed over and over and over. If every member in Faith Ministries would follow God's plan, that's the purpose. It ain't about the money, it's about supporting the ministry.